How we doing, folks? Your boy Marco's literally one day, not even like a full day. It's like you know, 16, 18, 20 hours from when I post this video. We're gonna have ourselves some Black Ops 3, man. We're gonna have ourselves some fun. I'll be posting up a lot of videos, man. But this is the last one in the Road to Black Ops 3 series that I'm doing over here that I'm posting. And if you remember last time, I would definitely recommend watching all the episodes, but especially watch the last one because the last one I put up some monster numbers and I got myself an L in the Black Ops 2. And this was a little bit later on. I don't honestly even know if any of the people that were in that lobby are still in here. I honestly, I'd probably wager to say no, but they might be. I'm not 100% sure. I don't fully remember. But I kept playing that night, and we managed to get ourselves in a crazy tight Tuesday wild game on Rush, which is amazing. Which is something I hope I mean, there's so many things that say Black Ops 2 will pop on. You go and look at that DLC for Black Ops 2, man. So they brought us back fan favorite maps from Black Ops 1, right? Summit got like remade, Studio got remade. Newtown obviously was its own separate thing, whatever. Or Firing Range, pardon me, got remade into Studio. Then they capped the hammer. They dropped the hammer on us by releasing some of these hot maps, man, that are just like Rush. The stigma with DLC when it comes to Call of Duty, when it comes to anything, is that it just isn't as good as the original product, right? Because guess what? In theory, right? In theory, we don't really know how this works in practice, but in theory, you make the game, and then you go and you get the DLC, right? That's how it should work in theory. You make the game, and then afterwards you're like, all right, got to put out this DLC. I'm not sure if that's how it actually works in practice because when you go and look at it, like they clearly have a plan. Like I can lay down for you what's going to happen with these map packs, right? It's going to be a zombies map pack. It's going to be 4 maps, and that's kind of how that is going to roll, right? That's kind of how the DLC structure is going to go. That's how it's been, and that's just how it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. Why not do something that like works in terms of the DLC structure with that? I'm not sure if they actually know what maps they're going to put. That's kind of the part that you kind of have in doubt. You kind of want to have that in doubt, right? Because you don't really want to know if they fully know the maps. Because then what ends up happening, or what we end up thinking, is, hey, why didn't they put this into the game? But let's say in theory, right, that they didn't actually have these maps like planned out or anything, or they didn't have these maps like already fully done by the time the game comes out. Then we're thinking, or what I'm saying is, that means that these guys made Rush after the whole game, right? They made Grind after the game came out. And that's just like additions and maps that you just normally don't get, man, like in Call of Duty. Like, it just doesn't work like that. Like, occasionally the DLCs will have like 2 or 3 like good maps total throughout the whole thing. But this one, like, almost every map that came out in the DLC was just banging, man. And not even banging, but like honestly, some of the better maps, which is kind of like just even crazy to think about. Like, wow, makes you get that bang for the buck, man. And that's why I got the season pass ready for this newest Call of Duty, and I didn't have any issue in doing it, man. Because honestly, in my mind, I was like, yo, listen, like I have full faith that this damn game is gonna be worth it, and I'll give you the money. Like I know what you guys put up for DLC last time. I'm willing to trust you that you're gonna do something that's good, because you're getting the zombie experience, which is already crazy in itself. It's already wild. You're gonna get yourself some ballin' maps, man. Like you're really gonna get yourself some like really good maps that adapt and that use the situation at hand. Now, do they have these maps already set apart? I don't know. I can't tell you that. I assume some of them were done. But Rush came out like really late, and that's another thing too. Rush either came out in the 3rd or the 4th map pack. Normally these map packs, they get progressively worse, right? So the more that the game is out, the worse the map pack is. It's pretty much kind of general how that rolls. In this case, it's almost kind of crazy because Rush is like one of those like later map packs, and it came out, and I'll never forget. I played it the first time. I used an MP7. Yeah, I used the MP7, which is what I normally use in this game. So I used the MP7, and I was like, all right, cool, let's roll. Let's see what this map's about, And it was a tight game. It was a wild game, kind of like this game, except with an MP7. And I was like, you know what, man? Like I did really good. I had a good time. I like this map. It's small, but you could still do enough. Like there's a lot of different things about it. Then I tried it with the Remington, right? I was like, yo, let me throw on the Remy over here, and let's really see what this map's about, son. Because and that experience was from Grind, because Grind, when I threw on the Remington, that was like revolutionary. It was like groundbreaking. So I was like, yo, let me do that here and see what happens. I've never played Rush without the Remington, man. It is beautiful. If you play the corners well, if you play the game well enough, the Remy could do so much damage on Rush. I'm really looking forward to the DLC in this game, man. Black Ops 3, honestly. If it's I was gonna say half as good, but let's say if it's 3/4 as good, half, you might not half Rush, but let's say if it's 3/4 as good as it was in this game. Oh man, it's gonna be good. I'm excited, man. I'm genuinely excited. Hopefully, I'm not disappointed. Right? I mean, there's still a shot. Even playing the beta, there's still a shot that when you get the final game, you're kind of like, but if that happens, we could always go back and play Black Ops 2, which I hope, at the point I'm recording this actually like a week before I release the video. At the point I'm recording this, they haven't really said anything about, like, they haven't said anything about the backwards compatibility for the Xbox One. I'm hoping that Black Ops 2 gets added on there. My initial guess is that it might not be, honestly, because when they released like a picture of like all the stuff that was there, it wasn't on there. And kind of the split between Microsoft and Activision, it's not really like a split. It's just, they went to favor Sony's party. I'd be curious to see if they're going to do that, and also be curious if that means that we're going to be seeing a collection of sorts. When you go, and it's kind of crazy to think, because Black Ops 3 is literally coming out tomorrow, but when you go and try to think of what the next Call of Duty is going to be, I really struggle for there to be a Ghost 2. Now, I vaguely remember the story left us on a cliffhanger, but I really struggle in terms of being able to like sell a product that you're going to sell Ghost 2 with kind of just the stigma that Ghosts kind of carry on with itself. So I'd be very interested to see what that next one is. It's not out of the realm of my possibilities that they say, hey, you know what? We're going to have Black Ops 3, play that crap out of that, and, we got ourselves Sledgehammer, and they're working on porting over all the other Call of Duties into a mega collection for the new systems, and we're just going to have, Master Chief collection, kind of that almost. I wouldn't be too shocked to see that, and I wouldn't be too appalled to that, because then guess what? You could play all the other duties on one. You could do a bunch of stuff with it. You could do kind of like hybrid playlists and stuff where you have like different modes and different games and different maps and stuff. You could come to, oh man, hostility, man. I always forget when people get mad at me in these games. When I'm walking out, I'm like talking over there, and I'll hear it again, like, Mars, same thing over here, like a headset. I'm wearing the headset while I record this, and I'm like, well, sorry, bro. Should have put on a Remington. I don't know what you want me to tell you, man. Close game over here, though, man. Only a 7-tag game, 6-tag game. Uh-oh. Got the bloodthirst over here. Got somebody kind of mad at me. Pull out the knife. You do all this stuff when you flashbang that probably doesn't work, and then that guy nailed me right there, and that's a big-time kill. Big-time kill by that guy over there. Because all of a sudden, we got ourselves another ball game over here. 7-tag game over here. Don't want to do too much narrating, but I mean, this is intense. I'm getting intense just looking at this, man. So hopefully these guys are enjoying this video as well. I see these guys over here, and I'm like, man, where's this guy? One, and I'm like, I knew there was a second one. Second one's dead. I was like, all right, cool. Got myself some tags. Let me push up over here. I know they're spawning over here, so I throw the C4 over there. Unfortunately, I didn't expect the guy to be over here. Left, pop him. This guy gets me. 1-tag game. Kind of wild over here. A couple minutes left, too. Just to even play. So right now we're kind of looking at it like, I don't know if it's going to be over. Kind of guesstimate where that guy's going to be, get him. All of a sudden, I got myself a jam. I'm getting myself a counter UAV up. Can't see anybody, but I expect him to still be spawning around me. I don't know what this guy was doing. I thought he was looking for me, but you know what? I ended up looking for him. So that's cool. Pop that guy. Got lucky he wasn't looking the right way. I'm still not sure where they're spawning. I assume they're spawning here, like in this back spawn. But I don't see anybody. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm not going to be sitting out here as a duck. Going to turn around, do the loop around again, see that dude, try to put him a C4 over there, get him. Oh, flat jackets, huh? And I always hate when you put shotty in somebody, and that guy should have killed me. There's no ifs, ands, or about it. Sometimes I should be dead. That was one of those times. Do the circle around with this guy to kind of try to lose him. I know I still got the guy inside there, but I knew if I got that tag, I'd be able to get those streaks again. I was like, yo, if I get them streaks, we can set this game apart. 6-tag game over here. Got this dude corner pocket. Doses. Got him. Throw up the lightning strike over there, man. And all of a sudden, I'm feeling kind of good about myself. I'm like, hey, listen, man. We just got to get some tags over here. 10-tag game. It looks like we're going to pull through over here in the end, man. But pretty wild game, man. You can go and still get a really good lobby in Black Ops 2, man, honestly. And that's testament to that game, to the power of that game, and just how damn good that game was, that we could still go back and play it to this day and run through it and go crazy. And I hope that after tomorrow, I'm going to be able to post some Black Ops 3 footage for you guys that just drives everybody wild like we used to do back in the Black Ops 2 days. Your boy Marcos, man. Hope you enjoy this Road to Black Ops 2 series. It's Black Ops 3 after tomorrow, baby.